welcome my panelist members. Joined with us today is Dr. Achal Bhagat, a very eminent psychiatrist and psychotherapist. Uh, Also joined with us are Dr. Arun Kumar Jha, our Director General, under whose leadership and constant guidance and support, we are able to conduct this webinar series during the lockdown and unlocked periods as well. So far, we have crossed more than 230 webinars, and we, as a special edition of webinar series, this is the second of the webinar which we are conducting on addressing specifically the human-centered productivity issues. Since our mandate is on productivity promotion, the anxiety and worrying, that is the human-centered issues which need to be addressed. So we are taking a special series of issues addressing the human-centered productivity. Also joined with us is a very well-known journalist at Economic Times, Shri Ajmer Singh Ji. I welcome all our panelists. I welcome you all of you again. And before we commence, I request DG sir to have our opening address, remark, so we can initiate this webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Nikhil. I am grateful to Dr. Achal Bhagat, Senior Consultant, Apollo Hospital, Department of Psychiatry, who has taken his time out from his busy schedule and agreed to organize a webinar for all of us who are needy of such kind of consultancy advices, which are prevalent in almost all families. And it is really, really important that we should listen to him. And in this regard, he agreed. So I am, once again grateful to him on behalf of National Productivity Council, on behalf of all of us, all attendees here. So far, more than 245 attendees have been joined. I am also grateful to Ajmer Singh Ji, who managed to convince Dr. Achal Bhagat. And on Saturday, he agreed to give his advice to all of us. As Nikhil has said that we have taken upon ourselves the task of reaching out to all the people with the advice on mental stress, mental tension. We never know कि कब ये मेंटल टेंशन या टेंशन जो है हमारे मेंटल प्रेशर और मेंटल एगनी में बदल जाए. ये जो समस्या है जो कि हर परिवार, हर सेक्शन ऑफ सोसाइटी को अफेक्ट कर रही है, इसके बारे में जानना बड़ा जरूरी है. और इसीलिए मैं डॉक्टर भगत का शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि इन्होंने अपना समय निकाला और इस कार्य के लिए और इस वेबिनार के लिए वो हम लोगों के सामने रूबरू हो गए. तो मैं सभी उनके अपने नेशनल प्रोडक्टिव काउंसिल के बिहाफ पर सभी अटेंडीज को मैं का स्वागत करता हूँ. एंड आई एम श्योर दैट ऑल ऑफ अस विल हैव ए वेरी वेरी गुड टेक अवे फ्रॉम दिस फ्रूटफुल discussion and advice. So please be ready with your questions. Please give us 2-3 lines of questions so that we can pose your question in a better manner in front of Dr. Bhagat. Thank you very much. Thank you all. So now I will request Dr. Achal Bhagat to give his views and advice to us. Thank you, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Jha, and thank you, the National Productivity Council team. It's an honor to be a part of this process. I'm told that we have attendees with diverse backgrounds, so I will try and keep the conversation both in English and Hindi. I will continue to shift between the two languages. If I shift to English, do not worry, I'll say it in Hindi in one way or the other. If I shift to Hindi, then do not worry, I'll say it in English one way or the other. Language is something that I will try and accommodate. We have the next 30 to 40 minutes for me to take you through a presentation, but more importantly than the conversation is more important than the presentation. I look forward to the questions thereafter. Just give me a minute. I will share the presentation. And while I'm doing that, I will also like to thank Mr. Ajmer Singh. He has taken a significantly important initiative to get mental health on the agenda of many organizations, including National Productivity Council. And it's great that a young person like him is taking such initiative. Thank you, Mr. Ajmer Singh. So today we're going to talk about worrying and anxiety. But before we do that, just two more affiliations of mine. I also head two NGOs. One is called Sarthak and the other one is called ADI. Sarthak is a mental health organization and ADI works with people living with disability. So today we are going to focus on आज जो बातचीत होगी उसमें सबसे पहले बात करेंगे कि मानसिक सेहत है क्या, व्हाट इज मेंटल हेल्थ. फिर बात करेंगे हाउ इज कोविड-19 अफेक्टिंग आवर मेंटल हेल्थ. मानसिक सेहत पे कोविड-19 के जो हालात हैं, माहौल है, उसका क्या असर हो रहा है. फिर बात करेंगे कि एंजाइटी होती क्या है, व्हाट इज एंजाइटी, व्हाट डू वी मीन बाय इट. फिर बात करेंगे कि व्हाट इज एन अवेयर रिस्पॉन्स टू वरिंग एंड एंजाइटी. हमारा रिस्पॉन्स क्या होना चाहिए, कैसे मैनेज करें वरिंग और एंजाइटी को, और इनको जल्दी कैसे पहचानें ताकि ये बीमारी बनने से पहले हम इसको ठीक कर सकें, और बीमारी बन जाए तो कैसे इसका इलाज how to seek help would be the last thing that we talk about. गपशप का माहौल रहेगा. We'll keep on talking and learning more about stories. First, let's talk about what do I think is mental health. देखिए, mental health gets confused with mental ill health more often than not. मानसिक सेहत और मानसिक रोग एक कंटिन्यूम, एक ही तार के दो हिस्से हैं और ताना आपस में जुड़े हुए हैं. मानसिक सेहत के ऊपर मैं बात कर रहा हूँ और मानसिक रोग के ऊपर भी बात कर रहा हूँ. मानसिक सेहत क्या है? मेरे हिसाब से mental health is 4 journeys: abuse to dignity, suffering to purposefulness, isolation to togetherness, and helplessness to control. Everybody wants dignity, purposefulness, togetherness, and control in their lives. हम सब लोग मर्यादा चाहते हैं, हम सब लोग चाहते हैं कि हमारे जीवन में कुछ लक्ष्य हो, हम सब लोग चाहते हैं कि हम किसी चीज को के साथ जुड़े रहें, एक जुड़ाव हो और हमारी जिंदगी का कंट्रोल हमारे हाथ में हो. आज के दिन ये चारों चीजें चैलेंज हो रही है. All the 4 aspects of our life, dignity, purposefulness, togetherness, and control, all of these are being challenged. So if they are being challenged, then mental health is obviously going to be affected. And if mental health is affected, then mental ill health is not going to be very far away. So there are 4 groups of people who need to look after their mental health and look out for mental ill health at this point of time. Group 1 is all of us, all the people with mental health needs. And as I said, all of us need dignity, all of us need purposefulness, all of us need togetherness, and all of us need control in our lives. हम सबको मर्यादा और कंट्रोल और जुड़ाव और लक्ष्य की जरूरत है, इसलिए हम सबको मानसिक सेहत की जरूरत है. Group 2, people who are facing adversity due to COVID-19. We saw many people, migrants losing jobs, having to walk back home. We are seeing people not being able to access healthcare. We are seeing people who are working from home and are not being able to draw a boundary between home and work, and they all need mental health support. And the group 3 is people who are already showing signs of mental health impact, negative mental health impact in times of COVID-19. Group 2 वो को असामान्य स्थिति का सामना करना पड़ रहा है, मुश्किल स्थिति का सामना करना पड़ रहा है। कुछ लोगों की जॉब चली गई हैं, कुछ लोगों को वापस अपने घर जाना पड़ा, कुछ लोग बहुत हेल्थ केयर को पहुंच नहीं पाए, और ग्रुप 3 वो जिनको ऑलरेडी एक नेगेटिव इम्पैक्ट शुरू हो गया है। किसी को नींद नहीं आ रही, कोई चिंता ज्यादा कर रहा है, कोई परेशान है, कोई बच्चों को लेके सोच रहा है, कोई भविष्य को लेके सोच रहा है, कोई अपनी हेल्थ को लेके सोच रहा है, कोई पास्ट में जो कुछ हम नहीं कर सके उसको लेके सोच रहा है. So all of us belong to one of these three groups. And then there comes the group 4, which is also not a very small group. This is 1 in every 4 people are living with mental illness, right? And this was before COVID-19. Now, with COVID-19, this number has significantly increased. So, जो ज़रूरत है मानसिक सेहत की और मानसिक रोग को एड्रेस करने की, वो बहुत बढ़ गई है, और जो हमारे संसाधन है, the resources that we have to deal with mental health are very low. That's why we have to rely on awareness and self-help as primary ways of addressing mental health, and not only rely on professionals to address mental health. But that also does not mean that everything works for mental health. Color therapy does not work for mental health. तावीज पहनने से मेंटल हेल्थ ठीक नहीं हो जाएगी, गपशप करने से ठीक हो जाएगी, एक्सरसाइज करने से ठीक हो जाएगी. There are some myths about mental health that I want to talk about before we talk about anxiety in specific terms. दो धारणाएं हैं मेंटल हेल्थ को लेके. There are two assumptions about people living with mental health problems. One, that they are not competent, and second, that they are dangerous. These two assumptions unfortunately lead to stigma. And stigma means that people with mental health problems do not come out and talk about their mental health problems and do not seek help. But these are not assumptions that need to be challenged. People with mental health are as competent as anybody else. I mean, people with mental health problems are as competent as anybody else, and people with mental health problems are not dangerous at all. So these two myths have to be challenged. It is not weak people who develop mental health problems. कहा जाता है कि अरे हम कोई कमजोर थोड़ी ना है, हम तो मन के पक्के हैं, हमें क्यों मानसिक सेहत की ध्यान रखने की जरूरत है. कि आप स्ट्रॉन्ग है, स्ट्रॉन्ग विल्ड है, विल पावर है आप में, उसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि आपको मानसिक समस्याएं नहीं हो सकती. अगर आप सोचते हैं, आप महसूस करते हैं, अगर आप लोगों से इंटरेक्ट करते हैं, तो आपको मानसिक सेहत की प्रॉब्लम्स हो सकती हैं. क्योंकि मानसिक सेहत की प्रॉब्लम्स हमारे जीवन में सोच के कुछ पैटर्न्स की वजह से, और दिमाग के कुछ केमिकल्स की वजह से, और सामाजिक परिवेश की वजह से, तीनों वजह से हो सकती हैं. इसमें वीकनेस का कोई भाव नहीं है. Mental health problems can happen because of the biology of the brain. They can happen because of the way we think. And if you think, if you feel, and if you interact with people, you can have mental health problems. एक और बात मानी जाती है कि साइकियाट्रिस्ट थोड़े से खुद उनका दिमाग ठीक नहीं होता, और एक और मानी जाती है कि साइकियाट्रिस्ट लोगों की बातों, लोगों के मन की बात पहचान लेते हैं. Psychiatrists are not mad, except me. I am a bit mad. And psychiatrists cannot read people's minds. ये मेरा जो स्किल है कि मैं आपकी बात सुनूं, उसको ध्यान से सुनूं, उसको संवेदना के साथ सुनूं, उसको सम्मान करूं उस बात का, और आपके परिवेश को समझकर मैं आपकी बात को सुन के उसको समझकर ही किसी नतीजे में पहुंचूं, और वो कुछ स्किल्स आपको वापस दे पाऊं जिससे आप अपनी मदद खुद कर पाए. It is my skill to listen to you empathetically. It is my skill to understand from you what you're going through, to understand your perspective, and then offer you certain skills that you can use to overcome your difficulties. Counseling or psychotherapy or psychoanalysis कोई वॉशिंग मशीन नहीं है जिसमें डाल दिया किसी को और निकाल दिया बाहर और वो ठीक हो गए. ये एक प्रक्रिया है, it is a process. People have to learn skills to understand their thoughts, feelings, and actions and overcome these difficulties. And there is also another myth that psychiatric disorder happens because of repression of sexual desire. That is also not true. And there's also a myth that beer is not alcohol. लोग and कभी कभार छोले भटूरे खाने से कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती है, वही बात है. Beer is as much alcohol as anything else. So ये जो myths हैं साइकाइट्री के बारे में, इसको चैलेंज करना बहुत जरूरी है. So what are people thinking and feeling at this point of time? In early times, in March, February, March, some people were benumbed by the experience of COVID-19. Some people went into denial. Some people became extremely brave and started saying, we are different and nothing will happen in our country. We are going to be all right. Then as the problems progressed, there was negative self-appraisal. हम कुछ नहीं कर पाएंगे, ऐसा लगना शुरू हो गया था कि हमसे होगा नहीं. There was helplessness, there was increased risk-taking. This is continuing still. People started saying, if this is happening, then anything can happen. So it's all right. One can जब होना ही है कुछ तो क्या फर्क पड़ता, रिस्क ले लेते हैं. There was a lot of risk-taking. उससे the epidemic spread further. There was an increased incidence of anxiety, depression, and similar kinds of disorders. But more importantly, now we are seeing that people are feeling a sense of relief. But this sense of relief is slightly misplaced. At the same time, some people are feeling what is called a foreshortened view of future. ये शब्द जब when we face trauma, तो मैं एक व्यक्ति से मिला जो उसको ट्रॉमा फेस किया था. उसको किसी ने प्रोस्टिट्यूशन में बेच दिया था और वो 10 साल के ट्रॉमा के बाद उसको रेस्क्यू किया गया. उससे मैंने एक बार एक प्रश्न पूछा कि तारा, तुम जीवन में आगे क्या सोचती हो, कैसा होगा जीवन 2 साल में, 3 साल में, जब अब उभर के बाहर आ गई हैं आप, तो अब आप क्या सोचती हैं कि आगे क्या होगा जीवन? तो उन्होंने मुझे जवाब दिया जिससे मुझे एक सीख मिली. वो जवाब था ये कि 2, 3, 5 साल की आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं, मुझे तो कल का नहीं मालूम कि मैं कल कहाँ होंगी, क्या होगा कल की नहीं होगा. तो ये जो आज पे फोकस हो गया और कल की आशा छूट जा रही है, कल की संभावना ही छूटती जा रही है. The possibility of tomorrow being different is being lost by some people, and that is leading to helplessness and hopelessness and foreshortened view of future. This was explained to me by a person who came out of trauma of human trafficking and told me that they couldn't think beyond today. Let's understand further. और क्या हो रहा है जिससे negative mental health impact हो रहा है? There's a mismatch of demands and needs. The number of demands on us have increased. कहने को एक छुट्टी का माहौल था, work from home चल रहा था, but the boundary between work and home and the work-life conflict actually became more. The demands of the online environment were significant. The need to suddenly become technologically relevant and savvy for your children, for yourself, for healthcare. There was a mismatch of demands and needs, and our resources were limited, and that led to a significant degree of stress. But दो चीजें जो शायद और लोग नहीं बताएंगे और वो मैं फोकस करना चाहता हूँ कि हमारी बहुरूपी पहचान होती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मैं जब मुझसे लोग पूछते हैं कि आप कौन हैं, तो मैं कहता हूँ मैं डॉक्टर अचल भगत हूँ, मैं एक साइकाइट्रिस्ट हूँ. when people ask me who am I say to them I'm a psychiatrist, I'm a doctor, I work at Apollo, I head an NGO. Uh, at the same time, I know within myself that I also like theater, that I communicate well, that I'm fat, that I have a mustache. I have many identities, that I'm an Indian, that I'm a Punjabi. I have many identities at the same time. So if I'm not performing, मेरी कई पहचान है. And if one of my identities is not giving me positive feedback, then I can always rely upon my other identities. मेरी बाकी जो पहचान है, अगर एक आइडेंटिटी में काम नहीं बन पा रहा, एक फील्ड में मैं आगे नहीं बढ़ पा रहा, तो मेरी और बहुत पहचान है. I have other identities to fall back on. What is happening in the COVID-19 situation is that there is only a singular identity that is determining us and determining us all. Those who are going to be affected by COVID and those who are already affected by COVID. And that singular identity is significantly stressful. Then there is a perception and management of time. समय अपनी सिर्फ चाल चलता रहता है. समय बहुत ही एक इम्पॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है हमारी लाइफ में. टाइम इज अ वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट इन आवर लाइफ. द स्ट्रक्चरिंग ऑफ टाइम लीड्स टू पास्ट, प्रेजेंट एंड फ्यूचर. समय में हमारा माजी होता है, हमारा जो इतिहास बन जाता है, जो हमारे साथ कंटिन्यूटी रखता है, जिसमें हमारी याद मेमोरीज होती हैं, यादें होती हैं, वो हमारा पास्ट. जो आज हम जी रहे हैं वो आज प्रेजेंट, और जो हम भविष्य देख रहे हैं जिसमें चेंज की संभावना है, वेयर इट इज. So the past provides us continuity, the present provides us a purpose, and the future provides us a possibility of change and hope. Now this perception of management of the time, which is linear, where time changes with every day and you can remember every day differently, has changed. Now what is happening is that we are standing at a position and we are going round in circles. समय आगे बहुत जल्दी से भाग रहा है. From March to July to August, we didn't even realize how fast the time passed us by. But at the same time, कुछ बदला भी नहीं है. Nothing has changed. We are still saying wash your hands and wear the mask. Things are static and things are changing very fast. This is also causing a significant degree of stress. Lastly, हमारी जो communication है, उसमें when we spend too much time with each other, we start making assumptions about each other's actions. So the two assumptions that we make, one of them is intent assumptions and the second is impact assumptions. Intent assumptions क्या होती हैं कि हम किसी की जो उसने एक्शन किया उसकी नीयत पे प्रश्न चिन्ह लगा देते हैं कि ये उसने क्यों किया. We attribute an intent to somebody's action. For example, let me give you an example. If I go out from home, if I say to my wife that I'll be back in 2 hours, but it takes me much longer than that, and I don't call back home, my wife can make an intent assumption. वो डाउट कर सकती हैं कि मैं उनकी केयर नहीं करता, मैं परवाह नहीं करता. I do not care, and that's why I have not called back. Now that would be an intent assumption because she knows and I know that that's not true. At the same time, I have made an impact assumption. मैंने अपने actions के impact के बारे में एक assumption, एक धारणा बना ली, एक पूर्व धारणा बना ली. वो पूर्व अनुमान लगा दिया मैंने कि अरे क्या फर्क पड़ता है, अभी पहुंच ही जाऊंगा घर में, नहीं फोन किया तो क्या बड़ी बात हो गई, मैं तो अडल्ट हूँ, 2 घंटे की जगह 2.5 घंटे हो गए, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. So I have made an assumption about the impact of my actions on my wife, And that impact assumption could lead to a communication difficulty. And these intent and impact assumptions actually increase when we spend too much time together. So that is also increasing stress. एक और शब्द है uncertainty. Uncertainty is increasing significantly. I won't go through the whole aspect of this, but we are trying to determine the events that are happening in our life. After predicting the future, we are predicting the future negatively. We are trying to determine the events. We want to know not only what we know, we want to know what others know. We want to analyze what we know. We सब discussions WhatsApp पे चल रही हैं कि मुझे क्या मालूम है, वो उसकी शेखी बगारी जा रही है, सामने वाला क्या जानता है, उसको समझने की कोशिश की जा रही है, मल्टीपली एनालाइज कर रहे हैं हम और प्रिडिक्ट कर रहे हैं फ्यूचर को, जबकि हमारे पास जानकारी बहुत कम है. We don't know enough, but we are still trying to predict the future. And उसमें हमारी हादसानुमा सोच सामने आ रही है. We are thinking in a catastrophic manner. हम जो कुछ भी फ्यूचर के बारे में सोच रहे हैं वो एक कैटास्ट्रॉफिक तरीके से सोचते हैं कि बुरा ही होगा. और फिर उसके बाद हम जो एक्शन ले रहे हैं, हम पूरी की पूरी प्रक्रिया को कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. हम आउटकम्स को डिटरमिन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं और ना केवल आउटकम्स को डिटरमिन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, जो आउटकम होंगे उसके बाद हमारा क्या रिस्पॉन्स होगा उसको डिटरमिन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. तो इसको मैं थोड़ा सा समझा दूं कि फर्स्ट कर लें कि मैंने प्रेडिक्ट किया मुझे कोविड-19 का इन्फेक्शन हो जाएगा. उसके बाद मैं फला लोगों को फोन करूंगा. वो फला में से 2-3 तो हेल्प करेंगे, 2-3 तो हेल्प नहीं करेंगे. अजमेर जी हेल्प कर देंगे मेरी, राकेश हेल्प कर देंगे मेरी, 2-4 लोग और हेल्प कर देंगे, 2-4 नहीं करेंगे. वो मैं प्रेडिक्ट कर रहा हूँ. आई एम ट्राइंग टू डिटरमिन माई इंटरैक्शंस. फिर आई एम सेइंग बेड मिल जाएगा तो ठीक है, बेड नहीं मिलेगा तो फिर मैं कहाँ जाऊंगा. अच्छा, घर में ऑक्सीजन कॉन्सेंट्रेटर खरीद करके रख लेता हूँ, वो खरीद के रख लेता हूँ, ये कर लेता हूँ, वो कर लेता हूँ. और फिर ये आउटकम जो होगा कि मैं बीमार हो जाऊंगा, उसके बाद मैं क्या करूंगा, मैं अपनी जिंदगी को कैसे बदलूंगा और लोगों से अपने रिश्तों को कैसे बदलूंगा, वो भी आज ही सोच रहा हूँ. Now our need to control, can you see that we predict the future in a catastrophic manner. We determine what is going to happen when something catastrophic happens. We determine outcomes in our mind regarding that, and we determine our response beyond those outcomes. अब इसमें भाई जब इतना कुछ होगा तो why would you not worry and why would you not feel and why would you not feel anxious? So while uncertainty is natural, and uncertainty has a cousin called risk. Let me give you another example here. If, for example, जैसे I told you I'm a Punjabi, हमारे घर में तो पनीर बनता था या आलू बनते थे. But if I had not taken the risk to explore Italian food or Thai food, I would be devoid of those tastes. So uncertainty, not knowing, and taking a risk is very important. 1 साल का बच्चा चलना शुरू करता है, गिर जाता है, हम क्या उसको चलने से रोक देते हैं क्योंकि रिस्क है, या उसको इनकरेज करते हैं कि भाई चलो, चलोगे ही तभी तो आगे बढ़ोगे, तभी तो सीखोगे क्या होगा. तो उस 1 साल के बच्चे को भी हम रिस्क लेने देते हैं, a 1-year-old child, and we try and help them explore their environment by trying to make it as safe as possible. We don't stop them from taking a risk, because risk leads to discovery, and all this is because of uncertainty. But it is, if uncertainty is dealt in a manner where we're trying to determine everything prior to its happening and thinking in a catastrophic manner, then it leads to worrying, helplessness, and anxiety. अब थोड़ा सा ये तो individuals के साथ क्या हो रहा था, because you are also talking about productivity and you're also talking about how the epidemic is going to affect the productivity. Let me focus on the societal level for a minute as well, because it's extremely important that some of your policy makers, some of your decision makers, and it is important to know that in every society, there are some groups who are already facing vulnerability, caste-based vulnerability, age-related vulnerability, gender-related adversity, childhood-related adversity, disability-related discrimination, poverty, uh, unemployment. So, for example, unemployment and mental health are significantly related to each other. There is enough research to show that increase in unemployment leads to increase in suicide rates. जैसे हमने farmer suicide में देखा, increase in socio-economic difficulties that farmers faced led to increased suicide. We are also hearing that domestic violence is increasing. We are also hearing that some people are going to face disproportionately the economic impact, and because of that, they're not going to be able to access healthcare, not only today, not able to access education, not only today, but later on as well. So we're talking about a mental health difficulty not only for today, but as a domino effect, as a knock-on effect, as a ripple effect that will go on for a very long time hereafter. But more importantly, this is leading to a loss of participation in decision making, a loss of identity, and increased mental health mobility, which could be long term. So, ये आज की कहानी नहीं है. जो vulnerabilities हमारी सोसाइटी में हैं, वो मैग्नीफाई हो रही हैं, और वो मैग्नीफाई होकर हमारी पहचान को, हमारे ability to determine our own future, हमारे entrepreneurial spirit को, हमारे पूरी की पूरी पर्सनालिटी को एक दबाव में डाल रही है, जो कि आज नहीं, बहुत आगे जाकर भी हमारे पर असर करेगा. इसलिए मेंटल हेल्थ पे काम करना बहुत जरूरी है एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन लाइक नेशनल प्रोडक्टिविटी काउंसिल. तो सॉल्यूशंस क्या है? सबसे पहले तो let's discover the COVID anxiety early. Are you being overconfident? Are you taking risks? Are you being fearful or irritable? Are you doubting? ये करूं कि ये करूं? आप डर रहे हैं, आप रिस्क ले रहे हैं, आप ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट हो रहे हैं, आप बार बार कुछ चीजों को सोच रहे हैं. आज सुबह वो प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व कर ली थी, फिर उसको दोबारा बैठ के सोचना शुरू कर दिया. Are you thinking repetitively? Are you being judgmental or blaming? आप गलतियां निकाल रहे हैं और लोगों में कि वो वायरस फैला रहे हैं और आप उनके बारे में जजमेंटल हो रहे हैं. Are you postponing things? कि आज नहीं भाई, कल कर लेते हैं, जल्दी क्या है, मन नहीं कर रहा है. Are you micromanaging things? महीन मीन मेक्स निकाल रहे हैं. पंजाबी में मुहावरा होता है, आटा गूंदी हिल्दी क्यों, कि हर चीज में गलती निकालना. Are you seeking reassurance? क्या आप बार बार लोगों से पूछ रहे हैं कि सब ठीक होगा ना भाई? फोन कॉल, जूम पे बात कर रहे हैं स्कूल फ्रेंड्स के साथ, and end of the day you're still talking about corona and what's being done and what's not being done. Are you checking and rechecking? Have you taken the action or not taken the action? Have you bought the health insurance or not bought the health insurance? Have you got enough money in the bank or not got enough money in the bank? Will you lose the job or not lose the job? Are you checking and rechecking all the time? Are you feeling detached? Are you feeling demotivated? क्या आप हतोत्साहित हो गए हैं? क्या आप पीछे हट गए हैं जिंदगी से, पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं? क्या आपकी नींद और आपकी एपेटाइट डिस्टर्ब हो रही है, या आपकी खाना बढ़ गया, या आपकी स्मोकिंग बढ़ गई, या सब्सटेंस यूज बढ़ गई? ये सब लक्षण है अर्ली कोविड एंजाइटी की. अगर इसमें से कुछ भी चल रहा है तो आप आज के दिन आपको बात करने की जरूरत है, और कुछ आगे जो स्टेप्स मैं बता रहा हूँ उनको फॉलो करने की जरूरत है. इफ यू हैव इवन one or two of these things, you must look out for more solutions than you're looking out for right now. Some more, somebody asked, while we were waiting to start the conversation, somebody put on chat, is anxiety an illness? Anxiety is a continuum. It can be an illness, it can be normal as well. most of the anxiety is normal, but if you are sweating a lot, if you have cold hands and feet, and these are coming in episodes, if you are having an empty stomach feeling in the stomach, if you are worrying excessively about the future, भविष्य के बारे में बहुत चिंता कर रहे हैं, अगर आप हमेशा टेंस रहते हैं, हमेशा ऑन द एज रहते हैं, हमेशा डर रहे हैं that things might go wrong at some point of time, if you're avoiding things and situations that you fear, avoid तो हम सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, but क्या आप इस हद तक अवॉइड कर रहे हैं चीजों को जो जरूरी है वो भी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं? Are you always thinking about problems? Are you magnifying small problems and making them big? Are you finding it difficult to concentrate and focus? ध्यान नहीं दे पा रहे हैं चीजों के ऊपर? आप fear of being judged or fear of failure कि मुझसे कुछ नहीं हो पाया, आगे भी कुछ नहीं हो पाएगा, ऐसा सोच रहे हैं? क्या आपकी दिल की धड़कन बहुत बढ़ जाती है? और ये लक्षण इकट्ठे हो जाते हैं, these symptoms are coming together, then you might be having what is called anxiety as a disorder, a generalized anxiety disorder, where there will be some bodily symptoms and some features of thinking and some features of effect on your functioning. So if you have any of these features, do seek help. What can you do for yourself? There has to be a balance. You have to accept the context and accept yourself. Why do I say accept the context? Because the reality is कि risk है. Reality is life is going to be different after this, and reality is life is uncertain. We will have to accept this, because if we don't accept this, we'll keep on worrying about it. We'll have to accept it as a given that this is the reality. और इससे डरना नहीं है. इसको how can you cope with this? How can you cope with this is by accepting yourself. What do I mean by accepting yourself? You have to care for yourself, which means that you have to draw a boundary about what you can do and what you cannot do. If unreasonable demands are being placed on you, then you have to say, I'm not able to fulfill these unreasonable demands, not because I'm a weak person, because everybody has limited strengths. You have to respect that you have both strengths and limitations. You have to respect yourself. By accepting your strengths and accepting your limitations. But first accept your strengths so that you can use your strengths to overcome your limitations. You have to behave responsibly towards others. खाली अपना ही ध्यान नहीं रखना, लोगों का भी ध्यान रखना है. And you have to know about yourself and the world. You have to know about your community. You have to know about, as I said, about your strengths and your limitations. And if you can care, respect, and be responsible towards others and behave in a knowledgeable manner, then you can challenge the risk and change and uncertainty. You can cope with that without becoming too anxious. But ये theory है. आपको मैं एक वर्कशॉप कर रहा था बंगाल में थोड़े दिन पहले के लिए, तो वहां से किसी ने प्रश्न पूछा, डॉक्टर साहब ये तो सब ठीक है, पर কিভাবে করবে? How will you do this? See, how is the most important thing? What is not that important? Let's look at a bit of the how then. So, as we said, first you'll have to discover whether you're anxious or not. You will have to defocus from it, and then you'll have to refocus. What do I mean by defocus? You have to learn to draw a boundary around your worry time. For example, मैं रोज 5:30 से लेके 6 बजे तक चिंता करने का टाइम बनाया हुआ है. I worry between 5:30 and 6 so that rest of the day I can say if I get worried, I will worry about it during my worrying time in a solution-focused manner and find a solution for that. I have learned 2 exercises which I knew for years, but I now use them regularly. One is called JPMR, Jacobson's Progressive Muscular Relaxation Technique. YouTube खोलें, Progressive Muscular Relaxation Technique डालें. You will find many good YouTube videos on relaxation exercises. Try two. One is called guided imagery, and the other one is called JPMR. Uh, Helps significantly. Be playful. I I have learned to regress and play with children again during this time, and that relaxes me significantly. Eat healthy, uh, exercise at least half an hour a day for 5 days a week. And when it gets too much and you can't fight it, uh, let it envelop you. थोड़ी देर घबरा जाएंगे, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं हो जाएगी. घबराना नेचुरल बात है, वरी करना नेचुरल बात है, एंग्जाइटी नेचुरल बात है. सो समटाइम्स लेट इट बी एज वेल. नहीं झगड़ा हो सकता तो थोड़ी देर सुस्ता लेते हैं, थोड़ी देर बाद फिर झगड़ लेंगे इस बात से. So prioritize and reboot. The short term, medium term, and long term cannot be 6 months, 2 years, and 5 years at this point of time. So short term, medium term, and long term is 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, and 5 weeks. If you're not being able to get out of the inertia, जब एकदम कुछ करने का मन ही नहीं कर रहा, तो 5 मिनट के लिए कुछ बांध दे करने को. Start by doing something for 5 minutes. It should be a micro project. Start a project and finish it. And then pat yourself on the back for that. Gradually add up these 5 minutes and make it 1 hour, and then gradually make it 5 hours, and then gradually make it 5 days, and then make it 5 weeks. But try and connect these things and try and bring variety to these things. For example, may 1 hour or half an hour a day I'm spending on learning more about. I'm a psychiatrist, so I stopped doing physician kind of medicine many years ago. I'm specialized in psychiatry. So half an hour a day, I have a project to read the current guidelines on treating basic illnesses like blood pressure, diabetes. What is the current cutting edge on that? Half an hour a day, I have a project that I try and write a short detective story. Half an hour a day, I have a project where I learn to make a new dish for myself. My day is then full of variety. Except that now what is happening is that with the clinical work taking precedence, bringing back diversity into life is difficult. As you will find, as things go towards unlocking, managing stress is going to become even more difficult because कहीं पे भी बाहर जाओ वापस आओ, आधा घंटा तो साफ सफाई में लग जाएगा, तो एक आधा घंटा वो निकालना पड़ेगा, बाहर से जो काम लाओगे वो करना पड़ेगा, घर का काम करना पड़ेगा. पर फिर भी we have to put a boundary around our time, and we have to continue to diversify things that we are trying to do. How do you diversify? Now, we all are master at some things, and we find some things pleasurable. So make a scale of 0 to 10. If you're going to do an activity, make a scale of 0 to 10, and first rate it on mastery. How masterful are you in doing that activity? So if you find it easy to do that activity, then, so for example, I'm extremely masterful at, let's say, painting, right? I'm not, but let's assume for. So I'm masterful at that. So I might not get as much pleasure at that if I'm doing an activity which I'm completely a master of. So I might want to do an activity where the rate is 7 to 8. Then ask yourself, what is the rate of this activity on a pleasure scale of 0 to 10? और मजा नहीं आएगा उस काम में, तो भी आप नहीं करना चाहेंगे. So find a mix of mastery and pleasure to be able to find what you want to do. And even when you're trying to cope with anxiety, find activities that you are more masterful at than the activities that you are find less pleasure in. Then you make a fair mix of masterful and pleasurable activities and celebrate small successes. इसको एक और उदाहरण से मैं समझा देता हूँ. For example, आप कोई चीज पोस्टपोन कर रहे हैं, आपको बहुत डर लग रहा है. मुझे ब्लड टेस्ट करवाने थे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, और मुझे डर लग रहा है उस चीज से, तो मेरे को प्लेजर तो नहीं आएगा उसमें, और ना ही मैं बहुत मास्टरफुल हूँ उस एक्टिविटी को कोप करने के लिए, क्योंकि मुझे डर लग रहा है और मुझे वो करना है. तो हाउ डू आई डू इट? I do it by adding other masterful and pleasurable activities on the same day so that I can complete this activity at the same time. Then is graded exposure. If you are very anxious about something, then attempting that is going to be very difficult. Make a list of activities that make you anxious. For example, किसी को हवाई जहाज से डर लगता है, and that is 100. So on the day that he is very anxious, you will not make him do that activity, would you? Or the same person might feel zero anxiety by sitting at home. Now, if he keeps on sitting at home, that's also not going to help him. But he has to move towards 100. So how do you get from 0 to 100? Choose an activity that causes anxiety of 30. For example, if getting onto a plane and going outside, I'm just taking this example, not from the COVID times, just to generalize the thing. If not flying is a problem for you, but seeing other people fly on YouTube videos may also create anxiety for you. Do that, but that might create lesser anxiety for you, and you start from there and then gradually go up. Then you'll add at 40, you might want to go to the airport regularly. At 50, you might want to go to the airport on your own without help. At 60, you might want to take a short flight, or you might want to check in and then not go. Again, not possible, but check in and not go. And at 100, you might want to attempt it with the support of somebody. And gradually, if you do it repeatedly, you would have mastered your anxiety. The same is true of Corona. If going out, doing things in this environment is difficult, remember, we have to internalize being safe. How do we internalize being safe? We have to expose ourselves to the anxiety of opening up by being safe. How do we do that? By doing a graded exposure to the anxiety and by making a safety plan for ourselves. Lastly, I would request you all to start keeping a dysfunctional thought record, which means that every day for 15 minutes, write down a diary, a 3-column diary. In the first column, write the situation that made you feel anxious or sad or distressed. In the second column, write what you felt in that situation and what you did in that situation. And in the third column, write what you thought in that situation. Now, after a week, you would have a pattern of thoughts. And you would know what kind of thoughts are bothering you. So मैं एक डायरी बता रहा हूँ, 3 कॉलम की डायरी है. पहले कॉलम में ये थॉट रिकॉर्ड है. पहले कॉलम में रोज उस सिचुएशन को लिखें जिसने आपको एंग्शियस किया, जिसने आपको डिस्टर्ब किया, जिसने आपको बुरा महसूस करवाया. दूसरे कॉलम में लिखें आपने उस सिचुएशन में क्या सोचा और क्या एक्शन लिया, क्या महसूस किया और क्या एक्शन लिया. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मैं लाइब्रेरी गया, मुझे सामने एक व्यक्ति दिखे और वो मेरे बहुत पुराने दोस्त थे, उन्होंने मुझे पहचाना भी नहीं. सिचुएशन अच्छी नहीं थी. तो उस सिचुएशन में मैंने क्या किया, मैंने भी उनसे पहचानने से मना कर दिया और अगले 2, 3, 4 हफ्ते उनसे बात नहीं की. वो मेरा एक्शन था. इसके पीछे विचार क्या था? मेरा विचार क्या था? मेरा विचार था कि ये बहुत बड़ा बन गया, मेरी परवाह भी नहीं करता है, और दूसरा विचार था कि कोई मेरी कदर नहीं करता है, राइट? अब ये मैं अगर if I write this down for a week, a month, I will have a pattern of thoughts as to what is it that is making me anxious. What is it that is making me distressed? Once I have that pattern of thoughts, I can start challenging that. और वो pattern of thoughts क्या हो सकते हैं? You can have what is called all or none thinking. हम जो 12th में होते थे, एम्स में एडमिशन नहीं मिला तो फायदा ही नहीं है डॉक्टर बनने का। अभी चीजें बदल गई हैं। सो इट्स कॉल्ड द ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट थिंकिंग कि या तो सब कुछ ठीक होना चाहिए या कुछ भी ठीक नहीं है। शुड्स, आई मस्ट डू दिस, आई मस्ट नॉट डू दिस, आई मस्ट ऑलवेज बी ऑन टाइम। जैसे अभी मैं घड़ी देख रहा हूँ, आई एम रनिंग आउट ऑफ टाइम, so I must complete the presentation on time. Selective abstraction. We look at what is the negative and magnify the negative, magnify our limitations, and overlook the positive. Personalizing. कोई कुछ आपस में बात कर रहा है, हम उसको अपने ऊपर लागू कर लेते हैं. For example, I was acting in a play. People in front row I was giving a very serious speech. I had come back from a war, and I was saying how it was difficult in the war, and people in the first row were smiling and laughing. I personalized it and started checking my clothes. कहीं कुछ गलती तो नहीं हो गई है? Personalizing. Hyper responsibility. हर चीज के बारे में अपने आप को रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हरा देना. हाइपर विजिलेंस, हर चीज के बारे में ओवर कॉशियस हो जाना. लेट्स मूव ऑन. सो जब ये पैटर्न मिलेंगे आपको, तो आपको you have to start looking for alternative thoughts. Now, looking for positive thoughts is not going to help you. Everybody says think positively, you be positive. अरे भाई इतना आसान होता तो हो लिए होते ना. It's not that easy to think positively. My mantra for you is, if you're thinking negatively, think of a lesser negative thought. Do not think of a positive thought. Think of a lesser negative thought. And gradually allow yourself to figure out कि जो मेरी सोच है, the way I'm thinking, what are the advantages of thinking like that and what are the disadvantages of thinking like that? And if the disadvantages are more, then I have to change that. Also, once you know the distortions, once you made the diary, you can start challenging your distortions by asking yourself, what are the distortions I am making and what is the evidence for the distortions that I'm making? इन चीजों को कहते हैं कॉग्निटिव बिहेवियर थेरेपी, CBT. एक बहुत अच्छी किताब है जिसको मैं रिकमेंड कर रहा हूँ, जिसका नाम है फीलिंग गुड by somebody called David Burns. It's a very good book to learn techniques of self-help for managing your negative thoughts and managing your anxiety. If, as I said, you're feeling detached, worried, tense, lost or alone, sad or irritable, unable to enjoy, or you're lacking interest, and this has been happening for 2 weeks, or if you have repeated headaches, loss of sleep, loss of appetite, stomach and bowel problems, you've started smoking or drinking too much, you've become forgetful or clumsy, you are impatient, you're making assumptions about people, intent and impact assumptions, if you've started avoiding people and situations, if you're experiencing sweating, tiredness, or sexual problems, you may have an anxiety disorder or you may have depression. You could talk to a friend, but ensure that the friend is not judgmental. कोई आपकी खिल्ली उड़ाने वाले फ्रेंड के पास मत जाए, या ऐसे फ्रेंड के पास मत जाए जो कि कहे अरे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, क्या है, तुम ठीक तो हो, लो चाय पियो ठीक हो जाओगे. या ऐसे फ्रेंड के पास मत जाए who start giving immediate solutions. Your solutions might not work for me. So if you're trying to help somebody, please don't be judgmental, please don't be directive, and please do not trivialize the other person's problems. Please do not say, अरे आज ठीक नहीं है, कल ठीक होगा. ये तो सब कह सकते हैं, समय है बीत जाएगा, ये भी सब कह सकते हैं. सुन लें उनकी बात. Listening is extremely important rather than telling people what to do. If you can't find a friend like that, talk to a professional. There are professionals in every district hospital. There are psychiatrists now. In every medical college, there are psychiatrists. Every state has a psychiatric society. They have put out phone numbers who are also providing free help. There are too multiple for me to give them phone numbers out, but there's a national helpline of NIMHANS, which is still functional, which is also a free helpline. You can reach out to them. And when you seek help, remember you're brave. Seeking help in this environment for mental health, when people do not respect mental health, is being brave. It's not being weak. Take care. Be yourself. Nurture your identities. अपनी बहुरूपी जो बहुरूपी पहचान है उसको nurture करें. And do some good for others so that you can feel good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Saab. Thank you very much. It has really been a very, very productive webinar because you gave us the problem, you gave us the solution, and I think that itself is a big, big achievement for all of us if we do whatever you have told us in a very, very simple and good manner. Now there are many questions. Ajmer Singh has also posed, brought some question from outside. What I have gathered from this that a person has asked, that very senior person here, that how meditation or spirituality can it help in overcoming this kind of worry and anxiety? So I thought that this would be the starting point.
Sure. This is one of the most difficult questions, but very interesting. Right. Spirituality is trying to make sense of life, trying to find meaning in one's life. So in as much as that, it is helpful to follow spiritual methods for everyone. Everybody would have a different way of finding meaning in their life. Somebody might find it in playing the sitar, somebody might find it in chanting, somebody might find it in religious practices. But would just trying to approach this through spirituality, it would only help you as much as it would help in hypertension or as much as it will help in diabetes. If you have an anxiety disorder, there is possibly a chemical change in the brain, there is possibly a pattern of thinking. You'll have to specifically address that. A general sense of well-being might come from spirituality, but the anxiety still might not go. And then you might start feeling as if you're pushing the wall, because आप कोशिश तो बहुत कर रहे हैं और कुछ हो नहीं रहा है, और कुछ हो नहीं रहा है तो फिर आप और हतोत्साहित हो जाएंगे और असहाय महसूस करेंगे. सो जो वो भी करें और जो साइंस को मालूम है. टू मी माय स्पिरिचुअल मेथड इज साइंस. अपने जानकारी को अपने लिए इस्तेमाल कर पाना और औरों के लिए इस्तेमाल कर पाना भी एक स्पिरिचुअल तरीका है. जानकारी पाना भी एक और स्पिरिचुअल तरीका है. अब साइंस को जो मालूम है वो उसका इस्तेमाल कर लेते हैं और योगा भी करें. और एक और चीज पर यहाँ पे कह दूं, कुछ प्रक्रिया है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कुछ लोग आलोम विलोम करते हैं. It is known that hyperventilation will increase anxiety. अगर आप बहुत जल्दी सांस लेंगे तो उससे आपकी एंजाइटी बढ़ जाएगी, कम नहीं होगी. सो थोड़ा सा उसके बारे में पढ़ के करें जो कुछ भी करना चाहते हैं।
थैंक यू डॉक्टर साहब। अजमेर जी आपको कुछ पूछना है पहले तो यह पूछ लीजिए, नहीं तो मैं जब तक वो पूछते मैं ये अजमेर जी का एक क्वेश्चन उन्होंने भेजा था कि क्या कुछ स्पेशल ग्रुप पर जैसे कि चाइल्ड, एल्डरली या क्वियर, या ट्रांसजेंडर, इन पर एंजाइटी और ये ज़्यादा काम करता है या इनके लिए कुछ अलग से कुछ व्यवस्था करनी पड़ेगी इनके लिए? इस तरह का क्वेश्चन एक आया था।
अच्छा, ये ना इसका एक सेंटेंस से शुरू करता हूँ क्योंकि ये फिलॉसफी की बात है, खाली प्रैक्टिकल बात नहीं है। फिलॉसफी ये है कि people living with mental health problems are people first. So while some people may be more vulnerable for mental health problems, अगर किसी बच्चे को घर पे मार पड़ रही है या उनके पेरेंट्स आपस में लड़ रहे हैं या उसको एक एजुकेशन सिस्टम ऐसा है जो कि उसको हमेशा फेलियर करार दे रहा है, तो ऑब्वियसली उनका स्ट्रेस लेवल बढ़ जाएगा। पर इससे वो कोई फर्क इंसान नहीं हो जाते हैं। मानसिक सेहत की जरूरत हर किसी को है। हर किसी तक पहुंचने का तरीका अलग अलग हो सकता है। हर किसी का मानसिक सेहत को पाने का तरीका अलग अलग हो सकता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मेरे हाथ में चोट लगी हो तो मैं चम्मच पकड़ के तो नहीं खा पाऊंगा, किसी को खिलाना पड़ेगा ना, या मैं स्ट्रॉ से खाने की कोशिश करूंगा। इसका ये मतलब नहीं कि मैं इंसान नहीं हूं। मेरी जरूरत और उसकी जरूरत जिसके हाथ में चोट नहीं लगी है सेम है। तो चाहे कोई ट्रांसजेंडर हो, चाहे कोई व्यक्ति हिंसा का सामना कर रहा हो, चाहे कोई किसी भी वर्ग का हो, चाहे अमीर हो चाहे गरीब हो, मानसिक सेहत की जरूरत सबको है। अब मानसिक सेहत के रिसोर्सेज सबके पास नहीं है। रिसोर्सेज जब हमारे को मुहैया कराने हैं, व्हेन वी हैव टू मेक द रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल टू पीपल, देन हमारी पॉलिसी ऐसी होनी चाहिए कि हम डाइवर्स ग्रुप्स तक पहुंच सके।
थैंक यू वेरी मच। अजमेर जी आप पूछिए कुछ।
Can you hear me?
Of course.
Okay. Now, one of the questions is that it is a myth that suicides happen due to depression, and there are other reasons too. I mean, what are the indicators that one should be aware of, and how can one help to prevent any untoward incident?
Right. So it is not a myth that suicide happens because of depression. The myth is suicide has multiple factors. Suicide has to be addressed in a multiple manner. Early recognition of suicide is helplessness and hopelessness and the thoughts of harming oneself. Preventing it at an individual level, if you have friends and family who are not their usual self, asking them कि कैसा चल रहा है, क्या चल रहा है, क्या मैं कुछ मदद कर सकता हूँ, कुछ कहना चाहोगे अपने बारे में, कोई अगर मुश्किल समय से गुजर रहा है, asking them how they are is a very good first step of preventing suicide. The most important step is looking at social interventions, like, for example, changing the definition of success in our education system is a significant method of preventing suicide of young children. Teaching about relationships so as to prevent suicide from breakups is a extremely important preventive step of preventing suicide. Locking up fertilizers so that farmer suicides do not happen because of fertilizers is also an important step. At the same time, minimum support prices for farmers is also an important step for preventing suicide. Mental health का जहाँ तक सवाल है, if there is an illness, treating the illness and early recognition and treatment of illness, access to mental health services is also a very important component. But medicalizing social problems is not a solution. You have to provide social solutions and biological solutions and psychological solutions for the issue of suicide.
And now related to this is that, depression and anxiety, they have overlapping symptoms. So how do you recognize them and when to seek professional help? And what can one do? I mean, while being at home, do at home for emotional and physical exhaustion.
Right. So just to repeat what I have said, first, there are three parts to this question. Let me start with the first one. Early recognition. If you have a sustained change of mood, if you're feeling low, irritable, anxious, if you have a sustained change of mood for 2 weeks, if you lack interest, or if you are thinking in an anticipatory manner, if you're worrying a lot for more than 2 weeks, if your sleep and appetite is disturbed, if you're feeling helpless or hopeless, then these could be early signs of depression or anxiety. Seeking help early is important. The second part is, how do you break the monotony? Being at home, structuring your day is extremely important, because if you don't structure your day, then the monotony will set in. Having a diverse number of activities to do, expecting lesser of yourself, yet making it full of variety. The 5-minute rule that I said, micro projects every day. And if you have micro projects that you complete and you celebrate those micro projects, then you'll feel good about yourself.
Another interesting question is that, can listening to music help in this situation?
I'm sure it can. To each his own, though. To each his own. Some people may benefit from music. Some people may benefit from dancing. Some people may benefit from eating, but don't eat too much. Some people might benefit from doing other things, painting. So a lot of my friends have rediscovered painting right now. One of my colleagues has started coloring children's books to make teaching aids, and started writing short stories to help children learn things. People are doing various things. But even if you can't do anything, just having a routine in what you do, ironing your clothes, cleaning your house, can also be a routine. You do not have to do exotic things like making pots.
And sir, were you asking anything? And also, sir, how do you deal with dealing with grief of losing someone? In a trauma, especially in a lockdown state.
Sure. So the reality is that a number of people are losing loved ones at this point of time, and this is happening in such a way that people are not even getting time to mourn in a manner that they would have. The social support that used to be available to us in India, bereavement leads to a lot of social support. People come and help you. People come and be with you. People, religious methods are such that we are able to seek help from each other over and over again. We are able to talk about our trauma over and over again, and that decreases the impact of trauma. Culturally, we are adept at addressing this. But today, that social support is not as available. So it's very difficult to have a guideline as to how to grieve. Everybody will grieve in their own manner. Everybody will come to a level of acceptance of the loss at some point of time. And one hopes that whoever has lost and has gone through a process of loss would be able to remember people that they have lost eventually. Today it would be too difficult. Through the memories of love and affection that they had for them, rather than through the traumatic loss that they've had. If you're finding it very difficult to cope with the loss, and if it is not possible for you to cope with the loss, one, reach out to people whom you love around you, and they will support you. If you can't, then reach out to professionals, and they will support you.
Also in this, go ahead, sir. Arunji, please.
नहीं मैं आप ही को कर लीजिएगा कि अब टाइम थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो रहा है, तो जैसे डॉक्टर साहब के लिए तो
जी जी, आप पूछिए।
नहीं, ये कि मैं डॉक्टर साहब से ये पूछ रहा था, कुछ क्वेश्चन आए थे कि क्या कैन वॉकिंग योगा, एज यू सेड योगा कैन हेल्प, तो कैन वॉकिंग एंड देन वॉकिंग इन द नेचर, एज अजमेर सिंह जी इज ए बर्ड वॉचर, will this type of thing help? Because people ask whether yoga is good or walking is good.
देखिए, इधर और की बात नहीं है। हर व्यक्ति अपने अनुसार अपना ध्यान बटाने के लिए जो कर सके वो करे, और अपने जीवन में कुछ लक्ष्य बनाने के लिए जो कर सकता है वो करे। जरूरी बात यह है कि अगर आपके विचार नेगेटिव होते जा रहे हैं, उनके पैटर्न को समझना और उनको चैलेंज करने के तरीके ढूंढना। जरूरी बात ये नहीं है कि आप समय को किस तरह से भरें, जिस तरह से भी भरें, जो आपको पसंद हो उस तरह से भरें। उसमें कोई प्रिस्क्रिप्शन नहीं है। पर अगर आपके विचार ऐसे होते जा रहे हैं कि आपको भविष्य में कुछ दिख नहीं रहा है, आप अपने कॉन्फिडेंस को लूज करते जा रहे हैं, आपको नींद ठीक से नहीं आ रही है, आपको दुख हो रहा है, आप असहाय महसूस कर रहे हैं, तब किसी से बात जरूर करें, अपने को समझाएं कि ये नेगेटिव विचार है, मैं इतने नेगेटिव विचार सोचूंगा तो उसका मेरे लिए फायदा नहीं है, तो इससे कम नेगेटिव विचार सोच लेता हूँ। ये मैं फिर अंडरलाइन कर रहा हूँ, पॉजिटिव विचार सोचने को नहीं कह रहा हूँ, लेसर नेगेटिव थॉट सोचने को कह रहा हूँ। अगर आप ये सोच रहे हैं कि जीवन का कोई फायदा नहीं है, तो उससे लेसर नेगेटिव थॉट होगा, भाई आज तो मैं जी रहा हूँ, आज के लिए मैं क्या ऐसा कर सकता हूँ जिससे आज थोड़ा सा फायदा हो जाए मुझे। तो बहुत लंबा चौड़ा सोचने की जगह आज पे सोच ले आए। अगर वो नहीं हो पा रहा है तो किसी से 10 मिनट बात कर लें और अपने मन की बात कह लें। वो नहीं हो पा रहा है तो फिर प्रोफेशनल हेल्प सीख लें, कर लें।
अजमेर जी, और कोई क्वेश्चन है या हम लोग साहब का धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करें? जैसा आप बताइए।
नहीं, डॉक्टर साहब पे ऊपर है, उनके काफी टाइम हमने ले लिया, अब जैसे डॉक्टर साहब बोले।
नहीं, आई थिंक आज के लिए हम एक कंप्लीशन तक पहुंच गए हैं। कहानी इसके आगे बढ़ती रहेगी, बातचीत जारी रखते हैं आगे।
Thank you very much, sir. So nice of you. And let me tell all my attendees that Dr. Saab has agreed to give another presentation also in the series. And I am very, very happy to know that he already runs 2 NGOs. So it shows his other side of, personality. We are really grateful to you, Dr. Saab. And let me tell you that although I have worked in Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, I have never, discussed anything with any mental health specialist or psychiatrist so far, because they are very, very few in numbers. And therefore, your coming on webinar and addressing to about 330 persons, those who have come today, is really remarkable, and everybody has come to understand this. And I know that all those participants who have attended today, they will act on it, they will inform and discuss this with their family members. So number is going to be more than 2,000 or so. And therefore, it is my heartfelt gratitude to you to have come to our webinar, and we will continue to take and your help and disturb you in the future also. And for our attendees, I must tell you that you visit our NPC India and you see all those varieties things, and suggest to us that what all we should do, because our job and our role is to enhance the productivity of the people, and this is the best way to do it. So thank you very much, Dr. Saab. Thank you, Ajmer ji. Thank you all the panelists, and I thank all attendees. Thank you very much. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Sure.